What's up everybody, it's Mike and
Paulina.
And welcome back to Made Up Universe. Today we're gonna rank all 20 Marvel movies from the wars
To the best.
coming up. As always, before we start, please consider subscribing to my channel for more content like that, and if you like this video, leave a like. Alright, so let's get down to the ranking. I think out of all the 20 movies, I think there's only one movie that's unwatchable. Would you agree with me?
Oh yes, and it's the THOR Dark World.
Exactly, Thor the Dark World. It's a really bad movie. It's just nothing makes sense there. I think the only good part of this movie is Loki. Yeah.
She's always quite good in Thor, but then like Natalie Portman, she's the worst.
Yeah, there's like zero chemistry between them.
I find that Natalie Portman is like the worst in all of the comedy roles.
Yeah, she should be playing Black Swan all the way.
Yeah.
Before I even get farther down the line, I need to highlight that the rest 19 movies, it's not that there are really bad movies out there. I think all of them really are quite decent movies. It's just some of them will fall below because the others one are better.
And of course we had to rank them, so we just ranked them. So basically they're not ranked because they're bad, they just ranked because they're ranked.
Precisely. Number 19 in this case. Number 19. The Incredible Hulk. Now, it's one of the first Marvel movies. I don't know if you knew that.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Hulk?
I've never seen Hulk.
You know what we-
The one with Edward Norton.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never
Okay,
seen
we're
it.
watching Hulk tonight. Well, anyway, in my ranking, the Hulk is on number 19. It's a decent movie with a decent bad guy, and one thing I'd like to mention here that I really like that they changed the actor. I prefer Mark Ruffalo a lot more. Do you like more Mark Ruffalo or Edward Norton?
I liked Edward Norton in Fight Club, but I don't know if I would like them as a Hulk.
Yeah, he's good in Fight Club, but he's not really a Hulk, isn't he?
No, he's like.
Let's move on up in the list. Number 18, Iron Man 3, and number 17, Iron Man 2. I think I've put them two together. These are, again, good superhero movies. One thing I like less about them is that very cringy bad guys.
I think that the storyline is like quite similar because you've got someone who comes like who they messed with the past in the past.
Yeah,
Because in the second one there was I think like Tony Stark's father
yeah,
messed
yeah.
up with his father, and the third one he messed up with Tony Stark. Tony Stark messed up with him.
Yes.
And then they just came back and basically
Yes, and
that's
they were pretty angry.
exactly the same movie, just a bit
Just different characters,
just
really.
different
Yeah,
characters.
absolutely true. And again, the cringy bad guys, the Justin Hammer and the Aldrich Killen, yeah, whatever. They were just like awful, really.
But Mickey Rourke was good.
And Mickey Rourke is always good.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
his character. He was really great as like the creepy Russian guy.
Yeah, definitely. And where's his bird? Number 16 on my list is Thor, the original movie that introduced that superhero to Marvel Cinematic Universe. And honestly, I got to say that when we recently rewatched all these movies, I rediscovered Thor.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad how we expected, how we remembered it to be. But
Yeah.
then maybe we remembered it bad because of the second movie.
Probably, that could be it. Yeah, so basically, I think that, yeah, the Thor the Dark World left such a big stain that it like overlapped the first Thor movie. And when we rewatched that, we really rediscovered that movie because it turned out to be good and funny, and
Yeah,
we
actually it
enjoyed
was
that.
quite fun.
Yeah, it was quite funny, wasn't it? Number 15, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and number 14, Ant-Man. Ant-Man was really good, fresh, heist movie introduced by Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
Would you say?
it was fun, but it wasn't anything special at
It
the
wasn't
same
anything,
time.
yeah, but it was like a little breath of fresh air in all the superhero movies, and it was quite relaxed, funny. And then the recent movie, Ant-Man and the Wasp, I put it below the Ant-Man because it still was fun. It got great humor in it, but it really does not push Marvel Universe in any direction. And I kind of after Infinity War, I think I was more hungry for something, for this movie to reveal something, maybe to like dive deeper into the quantum realm.
But it's nice, like it's fun.
It is fun.
It is
fun.
Like,
yeah, definitely. It's just
this
enjoyable
is all
movie.
what I got to say.
Yeah,
It's fun.
yeah. About Ant-Man and the Wasp, I was so anxious that I'm gonna see some spoilers because it was almost over a month delayed in UK. But then I was surprised, like, wow, there are no spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp. What's going on? And when I saw the movie, I realized why there was nothing to spoil.
Yeah, but I liked how they showed the what's called the thing where they went to find
Quantum realm.
Yeah. I like how they showed that. Like that was quite fun.
Yeah, it looked very good.
Yeah, it looked
very good.
nice.
But like, I'm missing a little bit of a more explanation or more how to use it to do anything in Avengers 4.
Yeah, but then like they would spoil it too much. Like I find they would just spoil it too much, and they just wanted to leave everything for the next movie probably.
Yeah, fair enough. Number 13 on my list is Iron Man, the first Marvel movie 10 years ago released with Tony Stark becoming Iron Man. What's your take?
I love it. I
You
think
love
he
it?
was like a first proper character, really.
Yes, I think so. I remember today that when I watched Iron Man and I watched The Incredible Hulk at the same time, I watched these two movies together, and I just had this conclusion that, god damn it, they finally start to make decent superhero movies, and I like that, you know, and because all of the superhero movies before, they were just horrible.
Especially that if you look at like all the characters which they've got at the moment, like Tony Stark is still one of the best ones, and they made him first. So
Definitely.
so they made him first, but they made him the best.
10 years
as well.
of an amazing run for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, after all his life problems.
Number 12, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Another great movie, I believe. Too bad it's so low on the list, but there are so many better movies out there.
Yeah, and Guardians of the Galaxy are always good. Like we'll see what's gonna happen after they're gonna change the director.
Yeah,
It's gonna mess everything up. But
we're gonna miss James Gunn, I think.
yeah, but I think it was really good. Like I love the soundtrack, and the characters are really good as well.
One thing about Guardians of the Galaxy for me was that it felt underwhelming compared to the Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and it was because that, you know, the universe was at stake, but it kind of didn't feel like that because it was all enclosed to that one little planet Ego, and like in the first one you had all these spaceships, all that huge battles, and you knew that something serious is happening, that, you know, the world is in danger, but with this one it didn't felt as important.
But maybe they just didn't want to do the same movie all over again.
That moment when I want to turn off the camera and Paulina wants to say something again.
Because you're greedy and you want all attention for yourself.
Because I'm the worst. Number 11, Avengers Age of Ultron. I like that movie. There are many people who doesn't really like this movie that much.
I've seen some ranking recently, and it was like on the last spot, on the 20th place. In the
Really? No way. I personally liked Avengers Age of Ultron, especially like the last battle, because it was so comic bookish.
Yeah, I don't think it was bad. Like
Yeah, definitely not. Go on.
We don't really have much to say about it, but I don't think it was bad. Like
I thought the idea was good. I thought that the introduction of Vision was alright. The plot was okay. Everything held up together.
yeah,
And obviously we had amazing superheroes and all that, so
and it was good CGI as well. Like everything looked really nice.
Well, people comment about Ultron face, that that's the CGI of Ultron's face wasn't that great apparently. But I don't know, I'm
I
not
just
bothered
can't
with
believe
that.
that so many people are just like specialists in the CGI effects.
All of a sudden, right?
All of a sudden, yeah. Make better Ultron, then you can complain, because Yeah, I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was bad at all. I really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the last fight.
Me too. Me too. Or maybe you want to start now?
So the 10th spot is Captain America: The First Avenger, and that's one of my favorite ones.
Really?
Yeah, because it has like a really good storyline.
No way. I do agree. The storyline is good, and I remember that when I was waiting for this movie, it was like, oh my god, Captain America is kind of lame, and I thought like, are they gonna really be able to make a movie that is really good about Captain America? And they proved us that they actually can.
Yeah, because I remember when like you started showing me like all the Marvel movies, and then we got to the Captain America, and I really didn't want even to watch it because I was saying that I don't like his character, and like suddenly I really like the movies, like all the Captain America movies, because they've got the best storyline.
Number 9, Doctor Strange. I think just saying Benedict Cumberbatch is enough. Do you think? Yeah, just Benedict Cumberbatch. Cucumberbatch.
Really good, really funny. They showed everything in the nicest way, and it was like really a good experience to watch it in the cinema because of all the special effects.
I mean, absolutely. The special effects, all these walls bending, collapsing, it really felt amazing, and that reminds me also of the Inception movie.
Yeah, and I think like he's a really quite a deep character as well, because like he goes really through a big journey from being like, you know,
from being a dick.
Yeah, he's
being a wizard.
He's really similar to Tony Stark actually, and
yeah, I think that is true. I think they are that kind of characters, and especially when you put them together, you definitely see the personality crash.
Yeah, but movie was good. Movie was really good, and actually we really wanted to watch it when we seen the trailer.
Number 8, Avengers. Avengers. When I heard about Marvel making Avengers movie, I went bonkers. I thought like, whoa, no way. I thought at that time we were just thinking like, you know, they're gonna make like one superhero movies, and that was gonna be it. And then all of a sudden they announced Avengers, and they putting so many superheroes into the one movie. And at that time it felt that there were so many superheroes in one movie. Nowadays it's kind of even more, and it's different. But at that time I was kind of anxious as well, like how is it gonna work out having so many superheroes in one movie?
Yeah, but it worked out brilliantly.
Number 7 on my list, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, that was one really funny movie that I when I heard about the idea of Guardians of the Galaxy, I got to admit, before watching that, I did not know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were, and I was quite skeptical, you know. I mean, like, if they are picking some characters that are not that mainstream, I was thinking like, is it gonna really work out? And then, boom, Rocket, Groot.
Yeah, and the soundtrack as well, which
Soundtracks
later everyone started just copying, because later where DC did the Suicide Squad, they tried to do the same thing and it didn't work out.
Yeah, the soundtrack was good, just sort of plugging in that old school playlists worked pretty well. And yeah, the Guardians of the Galaxy, absolutely super funny movie, enjoyed it immensely, really good one. Number 6, just last before the top 5, Captain America: Winter Soldier. Now, for the very long time, this movie was topping my list, but just after that, so many good movies were released that it dropped to number 6. But for me, Captain America: Winter Soldier is almost like a example of how to make superhero movies.
Yeah, and I saw they put like so many different characters into it.
And then it links up very well, and there's very compelling story. And I think that's the biggest strength of that movie, that the kind of the story and the pace of the movie, and it exactly knows when to speed up, when to slow down, when to show some great effects. And then again, my love for Captain America just started going up and up.
And it connects so well with the first movie as well.
Yeah.
Usually the second movie is like a separate storyline, and this one like connects so well.
But
so
that's exactly when Russo brothers stepped in, and since then they've been like carrying it very well.
Good movie.
Good movie indeed. The top 5. Number 5 opens up with the Black Panther, a great masterpiece from this year. Amazing movie showing this incredible country of Wakanda. So colorful, so immersive, really, with great plot, great villain, and absolutely amazing female characters.
I don't like Black Panther. I don't like the main character. Everyone's gonna hate me. I really don't like him. I don't know why.
Well, you usually say he's grumpy, and that's why.
Yeah, he is a bit grumpy.
This is the thing. It's the first superhero that does not quip. It's the first superhero from Marvel that does not throw jokes around.
Yeah, he's like so deeply reflective and
all the time.
All the time, and it just annoys me. Like I like the villains, and I like all the other characters. I don't like him.
Fair play. But you like the movie as well.
I like the movie. Yeah. The movie was awesome. Like, you know, the whole world which they showed and everything. Yeah. If they would change the main character, I would like it.
So let me ask you another question then. Who's your favorite character from Black Panther in this case?
I think Michael B. Jordan.
The Killmonger.
The Killmonger. I think he was much better than Black Panther.
I thought you were gonna say Shuri.
Oh, I like Shuri, but
Shuri
then like
amazing.
she's just funny. She's not like a proper character.
Yeah, Shuri's great.
She doesn't have like any depth into her, and then like, you know, Killmonger has.
Because Black Panther took all the depth.
Yeah, he took all the depth away.
Number 4 on our list, or my list. It's really my list, but we're doing this together because it's fun when you do it together. Number 4 is Civil War. Captain America Civil War. It's superheroes packed movie. The first one, like that. It's an amazing movie. It finally brings Spider-Man, which just because of that, I'm putting it number 3.
Yeah, he was so excited when he saw him in a trailer.
Yes, it was just like goosebumps everywhere. Spider-Man, and I don't need anything else really in a movie. But apart from that, the Civil War is a really good movie. It's really well written, well directed, and it's the first time when the actual superheroes, they don't win.
Yeah, and the other thing is that like it's the first time when there's no like proper strong villain or anything. Like that's just some guy
in the background who like orchestrates all that. But like there's no bad guy fight.
It's just fight in between the superheroes, and I think like
and nothing wins. And no one wins at the end.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, top 3, and number 3 is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Of course.
Do I really need to say why?
He's a very good Spider-Man.
Well, apart from the fact that I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and put a Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm all game.
It's quite funny that like they chose a teenager as the main actor, and actually it worked out so well.
It's very good because I have enough of grown men playing teenagers. Come on, Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. It's just.
Andrew Garfield was quite young, wasn't he? He was quite.
I mean, in all fairness, he was quite. I like Andrew Garfield. Spider-Man Homecoming. We finally got a decent Spider-Man. And I can't be more happy now with this Spider-Man. All the plot, everything really worked out. The Vulture character, again, amazing supervillain.
Oh yeah, he's so creepy.
Yeah, and especially the plot twist that it turns out that he's the father of Peter Parker's crush.
Yeah. And the funniest part is that actually, like, he's more creepy being just
a dad.
just being himself than being like
than
this
being
guy
vulture.
dressed up as.
Definitely, like he's proper menacing character, but it's Michael Keaton, for the love of God.
Yeah.
You know, it must be good.
Yeah, you can't be more creepy than Michael Keaton.
Okay, now everything is going to be revealed. Everything. Are we ready for this? Are they ready for this? Do you think they're ready for this?
I don't think they're ready for this.
I don't think they're ready for
We
this.
should do like a commercial break or something like that.
Yeah, we should make a commercial break.
But you're
Buy
not
stuff.
monetized
I'm
yet,
not
so-
monetized. Yeah, I don't even have merch. Maybe I should like sell this t-shirt or something. Anyway, number 2. You say it.
It's Thor Ragnarok.
It's Thor.
And that's my number 1.
And that's her number 1. Thor Ragnarok. I was so impressed by this movie that it's just beyond. By everything. Really everything. Like, I can't pinpoint one bad thing about this movie.
No, it's all everything. Like the humor and how it's made and
Thor himself.
himself.
I'm trying, working out, come on. Yes, Paulina has a little crush on Chris Hemsworth. But Thor Ragnarok was just epic. Music especially, wasn't it? Because the music is so dope in that movie. Incredible. And the characters and the plot and just everything. Thor Ragnarok.
And the new Hulk.
Yeah,
That's
the new
another
Hulk,
thing.
yeah. Absolutely.
Because before that, Hulk was only like, you know, this like crazy guy which doesn't say anything and just like.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I've got a theory that Hulk was kind of like a baby initially, and he's like growing up almost. Like, first transformation into Hulk, you know, it's just a little monster, but being just like an infant almost. Not saying anything, and then he's just kind of growing up slowly and surely, and then in the Thor Ragnarok he's like almost a rebel teenage
like a teenager
kid.
or something.
Yeah.
It might be, but yeah,
Might be, yeah.
but it was awesome. Like, I really liked it.
Number 1 on my list is, as you all know by now, Avengers Infinity War. This movie is the pinnacle of all superhero movies. This is the best. This is what we lived for.
They had to kill everyone to please him, basically.
No, it makes me sad. They took Spider-Man away from me. As I just said, that I was so happy that finally we've got Spider-Man. They took him away. But Avengers Infinity War, they managed to put over 20 superheroes in one movie, make it exciting, make it coherent, make it just like you didn't have a time really to rest. Like, it was difficult to start like, oh, it's getting boring, and even if you felt like, okay, not much been happening for the last, I don't know, 5 minutes, you start like, maybe I'm just about to yawn for the first time, bam, and other things happen, and it just keeps rolling.
It was
keeps
amazing
going.
when Thor came back, and like it was in the middle of the battle, and Thor came back with like
with
his
the new hammer or axe.
It was axe.
Is it axe or is it hammer?
I don't know.
Stonebreaker.
I think
It's like on one side it's axe, on the second.
It doesn't matter.
side
It
it's
looks
hammer.
awesome.
Yeah, the entry of Thor and Groot and Rocket in
And I like the sweet
Wakanda
rabbit
was
thing.
yeah, and absolutely Thor calling Rocket Sweet Rabbit is incredible. And obviously, when we talk about Avengers Infinity War, we need to say about Thanos. Such a compelling bad guy. Incredible. I mean, if you know comic books, and spoiler alert, I guess, for comic book lovers, Thanos was all about love. He fell in love with death, and he like was chasing her around the galaxy and conquering worlds just to prove her that, you know, that he's worth her attention. And I knew that this is not gonna work very well in the actual movie, and I really like what they've done with Avengers Infinity War. It was just pure joy to me.
Yeah, I think what's a good thing is that usually, like, now all the bad guys in movies, they like they want to damage something or they want to hurt people, but he actually really thought that he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, and his sort of twisted mind, he thought that he's doing the right thing, and you know, like potentially from clearly mathematical point of view, not an ethical or emotional or anything like that, from potentially the mathematical point of view, he might have been right. I don't know even. I've never actually thought long enough about what would be the consequences. I think people and everyone will multiply again and repopulate the area, so I don't know if that's a right plan to sort of manage the resources. But anyway, it's just that thinking that it causes is what is a huge strength of this character.
And actually, like, his love to Gamora as well, that was...
Yeah.
That, like, he believed so much in this thing what he was doing, that he was even, like, doing sacrifices by himself.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was quite nice showing that he was actually properly attached to someone, that he's just not this heartless villain out there who just wants to break things and kill people and destroy planet and universe, and he doesn't want to become a king or lord or god or whatever. He just wanted to do the right thing, I guess.
Yeah,
he believed.
In a very bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it in our ranking. We've went through all 20 Marvel movies.
And it didn't even take that long. I think it would...
And we had fun.
Yeah.
You had fun?
Yeah.
She had fun. And first time on the channel in the official video.
Yeah, I'm in quite a lot of vlogs.
Yeah, well, but you're in the vlogs, but you're
I
not
never
on
talk.
We absolutely had fun. It was definitely amazing to even discuss these movies. We would love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you think about all the Marvel movies. Would you change anything? How your ranking looks like? Hit the comment section below. Let us know. And obviously, if you're new here, hit that
subscribe button down below.
Exactly. And
ring a notification bell. Yeah.
Yes. And leave a like. And see you next time in the Made Up Universe. It's awkward, isn't it? Should I turn it off? I should probably turn it off by now. I'm gonna turn it off now, okay?
Switch it off.